great drink she got for us this month. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Only if you say so, Mary Lou.
Okay, we're getting ready to go live in 2 seconds.
All right.
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure. Just when we go live, make sure you go to, we're live now. So if you guys make sure you go to Cannabisiac's Facebook page and please share on your respective pages and in your network and groups, etc. If y'all hear race car or something, it ain't mine, but somebody else's. I'm outside. All right. So we are ready to roll. Welcome to Cannabisiac and welcome to our monthly Hemp Happy Hour. So happy that those who are here in the Zoom lounge with us could join us this evening or afternoon if you're on the West Coast, as well as those who are joining us on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. We're here every month on the second Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time for a great quality networking session. And so, yeah, I'm going to get started. My name is Anne Marie Sorrell, and I am the president and founder of Cannabisiac. What is Cannabisiac exactly? Well, if you are interested in starting a business or expanding a business and tapping into this now growing $43 billion global industry, then Cannabisiac is here to provide you with the information, the education, the resources, the networking, and everything you need to be successful. And so we thank you for joining us. We have several of our members here with us we're excited about. And if you do become a member, which we'll talk about later, you get this cool t-shirt and so much other swag. So with that being said, again, welcome to Hemp Happy Hour. For those who are here, we're gonna just go around, do introductions, tell us who you are, what you do, of course, what's a good referral or collaboration for you. And then we're gonna go into some discussion. And of course, we have our lead and only mixologist, Miss Mary Lou Northern, who's gonna be sharing our drink of the month. So we're super excited about that. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce one of our super members, which we have a few on here, Miss Beth.
Hey, happy Hemp Hour. I am Beth Hemp Huntress, out on my lovely deck today out here in the Pacific Northwest. And I am one of the fellow founders here from Hoi Polloi. We just launched and we had a great launch, big time because of Cannabisiac. Member of the month, Easter's our lawyer, Michael Knight, another member, he's our accountant. You'll get to meet some of the other team. And, you know, my role and what I'm always looking for is to help people with really creative structure and planning in the industry. And I've got teammates to help in other areas. And I'm going to be shameless today at the Hemp Happy Hour. I'm going to put a link in the chat and I'm going to ask you to check out our Hoi Polloi Advisors.com pilot lounge, where we have grow it from home hemp plants. So for the happy hemp hour, I want to encourage you to grow your own hemp plants. I'll put the link in there where you can order a couple. I'm already putting my videos up about how easy it is. So that's my shameless plug today is Hoi Polloi, structure, planning, and let's grow some hemp.
I love it. Well, we do have some other members of Hoi Polloi, and you know, let me just congratulate you all for your recent launch. I am so excited for you, and I'm also excited for our collaboration that we're working on, where you guys will be helping our fellow members, your fellow members, and those who come through Cannabisiac for our Incubator Program, as well as, consulting and coaching. You guys are going to be helping us with those businesses who really need to execute. It's one thing to have a plan, but we're going to make sure you have a plan and a green print, but we're also going to make sure you have the right resources to execute. And so we're super excited about our partnership with Hoi Polloi and how we're going to make sure that happens. So Beth, I don't know if you want to just kick it off to your other team members for them to introduce themselves.
Sure. And I just, quick mention that, yes, that was great. I really want to point out that something in this industry and something with Cannabisiac and their education and their incubator programs, it is not about competition, folks. It's about collaborating and, hey, we want to help businesses as well. How do we work together? So thank you, Anne-Marie, your leadership on that. And Mary, your leadership on that is really appreciated with us, because that's what this industry needs, is collaboration. And our other super member that's been right behind me, and he is amazing on the Mighty Network, is Mr. Austin, the Data Sensei.
Yay!
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. We were just talking this morning. We were so excited. We were going to have, this was Hemp Happy Hour Wednesday. It's nice to kick back with everyone, and especially in just this kind of environment. And I'm just really glad for it. And I haven't experienced anything like this than Cannabisiac. And we're really just excited to be here, meet other people, meet people. I appreciate Jason sharing his story and what he's up to. And it's just, these are the kinds of things that, that are helpful. We can all work together, and there's lots to do. We just got launched, and we're just, we're just working at it every day, trying to get, and the thing is, just so you know about us, because of Cannabisiac, we exist. We were kind of like our own case study of how to start a business, even though many of us have done that with others before. Not our own one, though. Again, some others have owned some. This is my first owned business. I will help create others. So it's really just glad to be here. Thank you for Cannabisiac. I can't say it enough. So thanks.
Go ahead, Beth.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we'll pass it on. We're running through hoi polloi. Let's see. I think this is both Heather and Amy's first meeting. Heather.
Hey. Well, hey, I'm Heather Nansteel, and I'm one of the partners at Hoi Polloi Advisors, the creative partner, if you will. I'm a longtime cannabis fan, brand spanking new business owner in cannabis. So Cannabisiac is, I'm finding, a great resource for all things cannabis and business related. So thank you for that. Thank you for what you do. And I'm really excited for how we're going to collaborate. As you spoke a little bit earlier about, we can help people actually put into action the things that they learn with you. And, that's what it is. You said that you can learn all you want, but if you never do anything with it, it doesn't make any difference. So, we really are trying to help people take those good ideas and actually act on them and make them something really special. So, and happy birthday to you guys. I am so looking forward to 420. Well done. And thanks for blazing this trail.
Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it. Beth?
And definitely want to introduce Amy, and again, share, this industry is so unique that when you meet someone that you're like, wow, you have had this successful business for years, we want to, really learn from you and work with you. And we were so honored when Amy's like, well, how can I be even more involved? And she is, business owner in her own right with, let me explain. Her business has been in this industry for, I believe, 6 years. That is a huge milestone in cannabis and just should be recognized. This is a woman-owned business that she's been running for years successfully in social media. And she's our advisor. She's a co-founder. And Amy has just been, essential to us learning the modern cannabis world and making sure we get our sell through and social media done. So without further ado, Amy Donahue.
Yay, me! I'm Amy. I have been helping small business owners since MySpace with their social media, 2005. I'm actually a former stand-up comedian and radio DJ, and I built my entire following on MySpace and then Twitter. So I have tons of passion for everything that is not owned by the place that we're live streaming right now. I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Mark. But I was just really excited. I've been in cannabis since 2012, and I really want to build up the middle class in our emerging industries. But I also want to start a coalition of psilocybin growers and teach women how to grow mushrooms and to take care of their friends and families with amazing plant medicine that has completely changed my life. And when Beth I only met a little less than a year ago at one of the House of Jane events. I don't even know if I said that correctly because I took a couple. The House of Jane events over the summer is when Beth and I met. And when she approached me about hoi polloi, I was in. I want to empower people. I want to get small business owners feeling comfortable and confident with how their brand is represented online. So I'm really excited to have workshops and things like that and work with Cannabisiac to teach more small business owners, because it's your brand's front door. It's your welcome mat, and it has to look professional or else you don't look professional.
I agree. And thank you, Amy. We definitely look forward to working with you and connecting with you even further. And thank you. You're one of our newest members as well. So thank you for also joining. We really appreciate it. We also have with us Jean. Hi, Jean. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi. Oh, yeah, sure. I was invited through Austin. I've just recently met all these lovely people. I left corporate America about a year ago, still trying to figure out what I want to do, but I didn't want to do that anymore. I don't want to make money for the man. I want to figure out what it means, not necessarily to work for myself, but work with and for people that I really enjoy and want to uplift, you know? And it's just been an amazing experience. I'm kind of a little bit of a master of none. I'm good at strategy. I'm good at branding. I'm good at creative. And lately I've been loving investor decks. I will review your investor deck. I will review it for design, for copy, for flow. It's my super special skill, I realized. And so that's kind of where I think I'm going to start focusing a little bit on. But because if you guys have an investor deck you'd like me to review, I will definitely review it for you. So send them my way. More cannabis businesses need money. So.
Listen, you should have never said that to me, Jean. You should have never said that.
Let me help you get some money. Let me help you tell your story.
Well, what's key is for our incubator program at all of the levels that we have, the one of the end products that our participants leave with is the business plan and the investor deck. And so, so having someone like yourself, so we'll be talking, having someone like yourself helping review those or even giving pointers as they're creating the drafts and then reviewing, et cetera. So we'll talk, because what you're embarking on is super, super critical, because there is a certain look, feel, content information that investors look for. And oftentimes most people don't know what that is when they're putting together a deck. Either they put together this super, super long presentation that's way too long, way too much information, or it's too short and it's not enough information, or it just doesn't have all the right points in it. So you're absolutely correct on how important that is. So we'll definitely be engaged with you in our incubator, in our efforts to help our entrepreneurs with their decks.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. My background, just so you know, is I worked in corporate fashion, and I always used to tell my designers, like, show me how you're gonna make me money. Show me how you're gonna make me money. And I think you need that lens when you're reviewing an investor deck. So
absolutely. Well, thank you for being here, and we hope that you'll join us officially and you'll continue to come back and be a part of Cannabisiac in so many ways. And we have so much going on and so much that we'll be talking about even today. So thank you. Randy, welcome back. How are you?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, it's good. I'm good to be here. It's good to see you all. I'm like transitioning into the cannabis and hemp industry still. It's a career change for me. Previously, I'd been in trading, trading stocks and bonds and equities in every major market on the planet, and now I have to learn about the cannabis industry. And so I come to events like these to see faces and socialize as much as one can during quarantine, and make some friends in the cannabis industry. So I hope everybody's doing well.
Awesome. Your volume, I don't know if it's me or your volume was a little low, Randy. And I think I heard you say you were in the you were formerly in the stocks industry.
Yeah, is this any better?
A little bit, not much.
There you are.
Sorry. I used to be in stocks and bonds, trading stocks and bonds, and so now it's on to cannabis for me.
Okay, it's gotten a little better. Yes. Okay. So have you started a company yet in the cannabis industry?
No, not yet. I'm still kind of thinking about how to do it. And like I guess my brand new friend Amy Donahue, I'm also working on some stand up that I'm gonna go try out later on this week. So I got some a new set that I'm gonna try out.
Well, why don't
And
you give us a
Do you want to give us a taste here?
we'll see. Here's the thing. Amy will tell you that you got to try it out in front of complete strangers under a pseudonym, so that people don't know if they're bad jokes and they won't remember you. So I got to do that first before I make sure that I come here with good jokes for you guys.
Man, okay.
Honestly, if you really want to do stand up, you just go up there and it doesn't matter what your name is on stage. You just do it.
Yes, exactly.
Have
exactly.
fun. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it.
Oh yeah. So once you do the first couple, right, you're gonna come back and bless us with some stand up.
Absolutely. I'll give you a 30-minute set if you want it.
Okay, all right. Okay, maybe we'll start with 10.
Yeah, 10. I could do 10.
Okay. Well, no, welcome. And we definitely look forward to working with you, Randy. I know I think this is your second event that you've come to with us. So welcome back, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks. Mel is in the building.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I thought I almost missed it because I tried to go to an event the other day and I showed up and they were finishing because I'm in a different time zone. So I was like, oh man,
Talking about that.
like, is that what happened again? I look at, like, my alarm went off and I look and I'm just like, okay, I'll log in soon. And then before you know it, I'm like, there's a half an hour gone already that I missed. So hi, everybody. I'm Mel. I'm Mel of Mel's Tree Eats. I am Jamaica's leading cannabis edibles brand and advocate for edibles here in Jamaica. Also the curator of an amazing event called Buds and Brushes JA, which I hope to see you guys all at next week. It's an event that continuously gives back to people in need, using music, cannabis, art, and we educate people on different ways to use cannabis here in Jamaica and the Rastafarian culture. We use a steam chalice or a regular chalice, so we try to protect the herb. So we educate people on steaming for the healing, infusing different herbs with it. And it's an amazing event. It's a 14-hour-long event that happens next Saturday. It sounds long, but the way I like to explain it, because I think when a lot of people think about attending online events, they think about sitting in front of the computer like what we're doing right here, when that's really not the case. I turn my radio on every day. So I tell people, turn your radio on that day, basically. And you turning on your music with us that day is you helping us to be able to support other people. I'm very interested in learning a lot from you guys. I'm trying to get through my event, and then I can like dive into what each of you guys do, because This is my second time coming to the meeting. I came for the morning coffee meeting, and it's just really, for me, being in the industry. I've been in the industry now for 7 years. As a female in the industry, they always say it's a man's world, so we kind of get to the side a lot. I'm just pretty. Oh, who's coming to Jamaica? Amy. All right. Woo! Yes, Amy, you gotta come. Yeah. When are you coming? Because there's a lot of. Okay, we have lockdowns. We have like our curfew every day is 8 o'clock. Yesterday, our weekend curfew now changed to Saturdays at 4 p.m., Sundays at 2. We haven't understood these curfews yet because we're like, does COVID not walk around?
Is this the COVID thing? Is that I'm waiting till after hurricane season?
Yeah. It's a COVID thing. But the thing is though, if you come and you can't get to go anywhere, it kind of sucks also.
I'll wait till like November.
Yeah, because what they do is they create what they've done is they've created what do they call it? A corridor for tourists when they get here. And for me, and it's very interesting, and we won't get into all of that because that's a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's very interesting how this corridor is curated, because the corridor is curated for only the people on the corridor to benefit from it. So when you as a tourist come to Jamaica, you are looking at the made up Jamaica.
I don't want that Jamaica. I want real Jamaica.
What they call it is the authentic Jamaican experience, and it's not.
No, that's tourist crap.
Yeah. So come when you can roam around freely. Just check in with me and I'll tell you, like, okay, now we can roam. But yeah, right now you can't even go to the beaches. You can't even, cannabis consumption is at a high. We were pretty embarrassed last month sometime to hear that we have a shortage of cannabis here in Jamaica. One of the reasons for that is, apart from the fact that its consumption has been on a high, it's, unlike in the States, they still go around and burn down people's farms here. People still it's decriminalized, but the industry is not for the small player. It's probably for a foreigner, like, anybody that has, money to come down here and invest in, opening a dispensary. So it's a lot of ins and outs of the industry. But for me, I've just been doing what I do with Mel Street Eats and consistently educating the public on edibles, because I know it's just, you just need to do it. I loved hearing you talk about plant medicine, because I recently have started I guess experimenting with myself though, with mushrooms. And one of the reasons I went on that journey, I'm not ready yet, because the thing is, there's big companies, just like with the cannabis industry, there's a lot of big foreign companies that are coming down to Jamaica to open up some psychedelic mushroom
retreats. Yep. And, a dispensary?
Don't see where we the people get to benefit from it really, but because they're coming into the country with it, a few companies had called me, and because I'm the trusted source for edibles, what they want is for me to be the trusted source for their products and make infused products with mushrooms. But I don't really know that much about mushrooms. I've had 3 different experiences and I enjoyed all 3. All 3 were different, but the way it made me feel, it made me understand why it's medicinal and how it can help people that are suffering from depression. I don't suffer from depression, but I can understand just of how it made me feel. I was just like, oh my God, I want to learn more, because I know a lot of people in our country that's walking around with mental illness, that's walking around with depression. Like, everything is at an all-time high here in Jamaica. I don't ever want to scare anybody about coming to Jamaica, because I'm a Jamaican that moved back to Jamaica. And I hate when people say, don't go to Jamaica because it's too dangerous and all of that stuff.
I'm not scared.
Completely honest, with COVID going on and all of our lockdowns and people not having money to do things, our country is going downhill with crime, with a lot of stuff, with a lot of mental illness going, because people used to be able to go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Now they're just locked up in their homes, and it's just it's been a crazy time here in Jamaica. But thank God we still have good weed, because it's also been a great time to just chill and use that for your medication during this time. So yeah.
I
So
put my email in the chat.
yes, thank you. So yeah, so that's me. Long story short, I'm going to share the link because I really want you guys to attend Buds and Brushes. You know, so I'm definitely going to try to keep in with you guys, and I'll share my link. And if you don't see me reach out, just reach out because I forget. But it's 10 live performances, 4 live DJs, 4 visual artists, and a master steamer. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes to 4:20 the following morning. If you turn on your radio on a Saturday, that's all you got to do. I tell people, I'm like, you could be in the grocery store listening to Buds and Brushes JA. I've had people tune in from the beach in Bali listening. A lot of people have benefited that use that I've had people that have never used cannabis before that have took the chance on using cannabis and attending Buds and Brushes in order to also unleash their creativity, a different side of that they never even knew existed, you know. So it's a vibe. It's a really good vibe, and I'm excited to meet you guys and to learn a lot from everybody that's here.
No, Mel, thank you. Definitely excited to meet you as well. I'm Jamaican. What part of Jamaica are you in?
I'm in Kingston, but I'm originally from Mandeville, which is in the country.
Okay, I'm from St. Anne.
Yeah.
Yes, my family in the bush too. Jacksontown, Trelawney.
I caught that accent when I was on the morning the other day. I was just like, she sounds Jamaican. Is she Jamaican? Because Cheryl is Jamaican too. So I was just like, is she Jamaican?
Yeah, I've been here too long though. No, but I was actually.
I spent about 20 years in Florida, so.
I was actually going to be flying down next Friday. And then with all the restrictions and everything, I was like, okay, this isn't going to work because I need to, like you said, I need to roam around. And yeah.
People are roaming. I mean, I you know, and we'll cut off the whole COVID conversation and move on. But like, even though we have these closures and all of this stuff, when I went to Florida for December, and it was just a different ball game, you know, than it is here. It's a free for all there. People are just walking around. Entertainment is going on. We have no entertainment in Jamaica anymore, like nothing. But I'm very impressed with even how we're handling everything here, because you do have to get tested to come here. They do put a tracker on your phone to make sure that you are not leaving. That part, it was weird to come home and have a tracker on my phone and you know where I am at all times. But Jamaican people are also unruly. So there's people that they have this phone and then they have another phone and then they go roaming. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Listen, I'm semi-embarrassed as I'm in Florida in some cases because we just had 9,000 cases yesterday, but we're wide open. Come to Florida.
I see the parties online. I see them.
I know. All good though. All good. Well, definitely, Mel, please share the information. I look forward to tuning in on Saturday and attending. So please share. It sounds like a very, very interesting experience. So definitely want to participate. All right, before we go we have Tasha. Welcome, Tasha.
Hi, how is everybody?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hi, Jason and Randy. And Austin, thank you for inviting me, and especially to people that I know already.
Hey, Tasha.
Great to see you guys here. And it's nice to meet Randy kind of in person. Jason, I have been knowing for a few months now, but Randy, it's nice to meet you in person. I look forward to your stand-up.
Sounds good. I'm working on it.
Enigma stand-up comedy routine. You'll have to post that.
We'll see.
Sure. Yeah, you'll have to post a video of that for sure.
Of course.
So I am Vice President of Program Development for Holistic Caring. So what I do is a really cool thing. I was formerly a teacher for 10 years. So I have certification in Arizona. So Amy, I posted that I live in Mesa. We need to hook up.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So I was a teacher and I'm an English teacher for 10 years. And so what I do is I design all of our programs to help train coaches in the industry that have never had any industry experience before, healthcare professionals, people that have licenses already, as well as patients on how to use cannabis as medicine. So I just rolled out with a public program yesterday. So if you guys are interested, I'll put the link in the chat and then you guys can check that out. And so it's an introduction to cannabis health. So you're welcome, Mary Lou. So introduction to cannabis health. And so it's just basically going over what are some of the issues with pharmaceuticals? What are some of the issues within conventional medicine? How does holistic caring kind of bridge that gap? How do we also provide direct patient care? So we also have a team of nurses that provide one-to-one. We provide consulting services. There's a wide range of things that we do that up until last week, I didn't even know that we did because we offer so many things. So one of the cool things that because I'm like, I take all the things that Elizabeth Mack, our founder, has created in just Word documents, and then I make them books. So she sends me this document of all of our offerings, and I was like, we offer all this stuff? And she's like, yeah. So I said, okay, let me take this and make it look awesome and cool, add some graphics in there, and then let's make it an actual catalog that we send out to people. And she's like, that's a great idea. I was like, that's why you hired me. So that's what I do. And I love what I do. And I've been in the industry for about a year now. As I was telling Austin just yesterday, the industry found me. Obviously living in Arizona, there's a dispensary on every corner at this point, even before we turned legal. But, being in the education sector, those two things don't necessarily gel very well. And so, me kind of being afraid to be openly come out as a user before, even, getting a green card, was kind of like a sticky situation for me. So it was something that I avoided before. But, during the pandemic, that opportunity presented itself for me to change my career, but also to take my talents to a new level and do things that I had not done previously before. So that was something that was obviously timed very well. That Elizabeth contacted me and said, hey, can you design an online course? And I was like, yeah, I can do one, no problem. And then like after I was done with that one, she was like, this is amazing. Can you do more? And I was like, I guess. So that's my foray into the cannabis industry and what I do. And like I said, I'll put the link in the chat for that program and everybody can check it out. It is within our Mighty Networks platform. So once you get the link, you will have to register with an account. But then that's just where I post articles. We house all of our platforms. We have a community forum. So think of it as a closed Facebook group. So the things that are posted in there have no access to the outside world. So it's completely private, which is great. So you all, feel free to post things in the forum and connect with each other and, have conversations. There's patients in there, industry people and healthcare professionals. So on all levels of the cannabis spectrum. So connect with people very freely. So that's me.
Tasha, I'm going to be reaching out to you very soon. I am trying to take a 3-ring binder program on management mentorship and putting it into Google Classroom. So that's a whole different, so when I get done, this first run through, I would love to collab with you and make sure I'm making the most of that opportunity.
Sure, absolutely. I have a master's degree in education, so I'm kind of like primed. Oh, by the way, I saw that you guys are offering a class on higher ed for next week, and I signed up for that 6-hour class because we also do white labeling of our programs. So we sell and package our programs for colleges and universities to sell. So I was like, that's right up my alley.
Well, we definitely need to connect on a couple of things, Tasha. And I'm glad you're using Mighty Networks. I hope you've joined our Mighty Networks community as well. So we can.
Oh, you guys have one?
Yes, we do.
Put it in the chat. I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
put it in the chat. Yes, I will join. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. We have tons of different groups and conversations happening and news stories. And Austin's probably, I think I got to give Austin the Mighty Network User of the Month for sure. He's one of our most active networkers in Mighty Network. So we'll definitely have to connect on that, as well as just, you know, from the education side, some of the things that you're doing. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being a part of it. Hope you'll join us and become a member as well. So you can also reap some of the cool benefits that we have for members.
Yeah, Austin was telling me about it yesterday, and I was just like, tell me more. And he's like, well, come to the happy hour tomorrow. And I was like, I will be there.
No, absolutely. Well, no, we appreciate having you here, and definitely more announcements to come. Jason, who in our unofficial start introduced himself, but I want Jason to officially introduce himself now that we've actually started the program this evening. Jason?
Thank you so much, Anne Marie. And this is amazing. I really, really appreciate all this. And it seems to, you know, be the world is working in a weird way. And something that I need is absolutely what you guys offer. So it's timing is everything. And I'll sign up as a member for sure because, you know, I actually have spoken before with Cheryl Murray Powell Esquire, and that's how I found you guys. But I had no real idea that you guys are so cool, you know, and also I'm ready for it, right? So I'm positioned in a really important position not to F it up, and I really heard that it's important to execute, like you said earlier, and that's the things I don't want to do right out the gate is just stumble and do something silly, give away too much equity, do some contract mistake where these guys out there, these girls out there, and women, excuse me, you know, could take advantage of something, you know, and I feel like you guys, guys and girls and women, everybody will protect me. I feel kind of like this big fat love from everybody here. And, you know, knowing that, you know, Cheryl's kind of with you, it's just like, oh yeah, she's going to protect me. And so I'm really pleased to be here. I'm really going to take you up on this. And I've got a product that, you know, it's very unique in a way that it's basically a post-marketing monitoring system for the FDA. Like that's what it is, but it's really how I enter the market is it's a feedback system for dispensaries, for delivery companies to gather feedback. Okay, business essential tool, but it's what we can do with that data and how I've actually structured how we gather the data, that we can make use of the data in a lot of ways for regulators, supply chain, consumers, and then ultimately ship that stuff to the FDA and get this thing where they need it. And what's a big problem that they have in that space is the safety aspect, the public health safety aspect, and that's where I'm going to shine. And that's where, you know, we can go over a lot of different things with you in the pitch decks and the get the investor, and I'm not sure really the details of all of the program that you guys offer, but when I took a little breeze through, I mean, I love the colors, I love the layout, I love the people already, and it's really gonna really serve a need for me right now where I feel a little lost and scared, but very excited. And so I'm really primed for this, and I hope we can connect real soon and get this rolling. So thank you very much for allowing me to be here.
No problem. Thank you so much for being here. You've just said so much. So, you know, one of the things I think would be important for me to highlight, especially since we do have quite a few new people to Cannabisiac, we have, you know, several programs and we have several more coming online from a, you know, learn at your own pace. We have our on-demand courses that you can literally just go sign up and learn those at your own pace. Currently, we have 5 that's on the website, but by next week. By Monday, there'll probably be like another 10 or so added. So right now we have, everything from just Cannabis 101 to the medical cannabis basics, to, how to be a dispensary agent. We just partner with Doug Fine. For those who've been a part of Cannabisiac for a while, Doug Fine is a best-selling author. He wrote several books, but one of his latest is The American Hemp Farmer. And so we're going to be with him directly, as well as through an organization that he's a part of, Acres USA. We're going to be offering some on-demand courses about just really farming, growing, cultivating hemp, and that whole process and everything. So those will be up next week for our BOGO sale, which I'll tell you about soon. And then we have a new partnership, and Mel will love this, because we will be doing some on-demand courses about culinary and cannabis. So when we're talking about cooking with cannabis, and the whole culinary industry, if you guys know, just the beverage industry alone in cannabis has taken off over the last several months. So that's going to be a very important addition to our on-demand programs. And we have so much more. I can't talk about, we have about 3 more partnerships with courses that we'll be launching within the next 30 days. But until we ink those, I don't want to announce them yet, but just know that next week, the hemp cultivation as well as the culinary courses will be coming online. So you want to look out for those. So that's the on-demand learn at your own pace. Prices range from as little as $25 up to, over $1,000, depending on how long, how many modules, what you're getting, et cetera. So, but just know that. And if you're a member, there's member discounts to those programs as well. For our Incubator Program, which we're so excited about, we have 3 levels, and this is the green print to your business. And with our 3 levels, 2 we're launching now, and the 3rd one will be launching in January. And our first 2 levels is our foundational level, which is really the fundamentals of entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people who, I don't know what to do. I want to start a business, but before you even jump out there, there's some fundamental things about starting and running and managing a successful business. And we think it's important that we start with that foundation for those who've never managed their business, or may have only dipped their toes in the water for a short period of time. So we have the fundamentals of entrepreneurship in cannabis. And then our, and that one, at the end of it, and, I'm one of the instructors. We'll have tons of guest lecturers and lots of content and materials, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's live instruction. So it's not, you're talking, you're asking questions, everything. And then we have our second tier, which is our structural level, which is all things cannabis, from history, prohibition, to the plant itself, the science of the plant, to the different opportunities, from plant touching to ancillary, and so much more. So it's a real deep dive in cannabis. So if you are an entrepreneur, but you really just don't know anything about the cannabis industry, anything about the plant, this is where you want to start there. Or if you have the time, you can actually do both of them simultaneously, because we'll be offering them on opposite days. And we do have evening option as well as a weekend Saturday option, where it's a longer day, but you can do that. So, and we've made it accessible. It's all virtual. We've made it affordable. So if you're a member, it's only $7.99 for each level. And if you're not a member, it's $9.99. So we've made it, super accessible and affordable for people. And we do have a BOGO, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. And then lastly, which is, I'm really excited about our 3rd tier, which will be coming online in January, because that's our reinforcement. That's where you specialize, and your specialty, you will be assigned to a coach and a mentor, and you'll have specific courses tailored to that specialization. So that one is going to be super, getting you to market, getting you, what you need to do to make sure you really avoid any pitfalls as it relates to your specialization. So that's what we have coming. Still, again, pricing it where it's accessible. So that's our education program. Of course, these networking opportunities that we have here is a way to connect and really share and bounce ideas and really just do what Beth and them have done. Oh my God, it's just such a testimony, right? But beyond that, we have our Cannabis University webinar series every month where we have an amazing speaker that just brings a lot of golden nuggets. And then we have our book of the month. You can talk about authors who have put their all and their experience and their knowledge into the book. And they take us through that journey, and they take us through not just the journey of writing a book, but their experience in cannabis. So we have those educational opportunities for you to really take advantage of. And if you're a member, you attend all of our events for free. There's no charge for members for any of our events. So those are just some of the benefits to being a member, some of the programs that we have. So Jason, I hope that really covered a lot for you. And then lastly, we have our consulting services. So if you are not ready or interested, or maybe beyond taking the education part of it, then you can, register with us for a consultation for specific areas of needs for your business, and we help you with that. And that's where we also work with Hoi Polloi and other partners to help execute those different needs that you may have. So we have a plethora of services for each of you to take full advantage of. And again, if you're a member, there are different members, you have different benefits for being a member as well. And lastly, of course, we have our online community through Mighty Networks, which is like our own internal Facebook, so to speak. And we're constantly sharing different articles, different tips, different updates, having different conversations in there. Cheryl is super, super, super active. She is our OG who is just, a plethora of knowledge within the cannabis industry. And she's always dropping that knowledge and always just sharing information in there. So you can join that online community for free, which I think Mary Lou put in the chat. So definitely lots for you to get involved in. And I think I've talked enough. And we haven't done, did Mary Lou, we haven't done our drink. So you got to do our drink, our featured drink. But before you do that, are there any questions about what we have going on or coming up? And then I want to do the BOGO announcement, because you're going to hear it.
And Marie, this is Jason again from Wall Score. Thank you for that explanation. I just had one quick question about the incubator, because I've heard incubators sometimes invest and they kind of take some equity share. Is that something that you guys do as well, or is it just the education and then the networking, and then you have the access to potential investors that might actually like you?
It is the latter part. At this point, and I don't think at any point we will, to be honest, we are not interested in taking any equity from anyone's company. I think that your company is your company. We're here to help you be successful. We want you to be a part of our learning establishment, and that way when you're successful, you come back and become a mentor for other businesses. Now, not to say that, God's willing, knock on wood, we establish our own venture fund, then we can become an investor that way. But as far as you coming through our incubator and us requiring any type of equity from you, no, we're not doing that. Did I answer your question, Jason?
Yes, no, that's awesome. And that's really a great thing for small businesses starting out. And this education, just going through it right before you might, make a mistake. It's never, bad to learn more and just network and be part of this, because you guys have done it before. You have seen all the mistakes. You're giving us education. If you're not learning about it, what are you doing? You're going to make a mistake, and then you're going to come back to you guys and go, hey, I made a mistake. And that's where, I don't want to do it, because timing is everything. And right now it's hot. And, So I'm just excited that everything's kind of formulating nicely. So I'm really pleased to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here. Any other questions before we have our drink of the month? Mary Lou, you ready?
You guys sure? We're having such a great time right now.
Yeah, but we gotta, we gotta have that special touch to this event, because it wouldn't be happy hour without the happy part of the hour.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to go. Wow, this has been so awesome. It's been a lot of great information. And there are so many different celebrations going on in the month of April. We have National Beer Day. And as a mixologist, I constantly keep up with that, what's going on each month in my industry. So it's National Beer Day. We got Gin and Tonic Day. We got Malbec Day. We got 420, which is considered, an occasion of celebrating smoking, the herb. So I just, on this short time, I just wanted to do two, but I think because of time, I'll probably just do the one and introduce the other one. But this one is really simple. It's gin and tonic. And have you ever known anyone that have really drunk gin and you still notice that they have never gotten sick? Well, it's the reason for that. Gin is loaded with juniper berries. Juniper berries have a natural medicine to it. And gin actually aids digestion. It flushes out your tonics, your toxins. Gin promotes weight loss. Believe it or not, it does promote weight loss. And it can be a very low calorie drink. So I wanted to introduce that. What I did was, I'm always doing something different. I had made hemp, actually ice cubes. Okay, so I got these from Amazon, and I made like hemp ice cubes in them, and I wanted to make my own ice with this event, with this drink, and it melted because everybody was talking and everything like that, and we were just getting into what everybody was saying, but I still saved some. But I do have my hemp ice that I created and I made from my hemp. So if you guys ever wanted to get the different hemp ice molds, you can just get them from Amazon. I like to add different things, and throughout the next couple of months, you'll see me adding different type of ice that I create and sculpt and make. So I choose a nice Tanqueray for my gin. I love gin. If you're not a big fan of gin, I get it, but I do love a nice Tanqueray. And this is going to be really, really simple. I'm just going to pour in 1 part to 3 part gin, which means for me that's about 4 parts. Everybody else is different. Just remember also, you know how I am, guys. Let's get the rock glass. I'm always into accessories, making sure that your drink, you have your right glass for your right drink. So let's get our rock glass, and then I'm going to add some tonic to it. I'm going to do a splash, but it's good to it's good to fill up at least half up to that for your tonic, but I'm just going to do a splash for me. And then what you do is you add a wedge to it, a lime wedge to it, and it's just a general gin and tonic because we're celebrating gin and tonic day. Basically, I think it's April 9th, if I'm not mistaken, that actually just passed. The second one that I wanted to do is also National Malbec Day. And I don't know who loves a good Malbec. I do. I am definitely a Malbec fan. Malbec has the purple skin with the varieties, and it produces full body. It concentrates is red wine. I love red wine, but I am definitely a big fan of Malbec. It's developed an earthy, rich tobacco characteristic. The wine is great with red meat dishes, steak, full plate type of dishes. So I am a huge fan of Malbec. So because it was also Malbec Day, I just wanted to introduce that. Don't forget to have your wine glass also available for you. And those are my 2 quickies for today. I hope that you guys loved it. Again, you choosing a nice Malbec. It depends on how you love your guilty pleasure. I know I like to stay between $15 to $25 in wine. Some people like $10. Some people love to go go further and further away. So because I like to drink a lot of wine, I kind of still tendencies to stay within the 10 to 15, $25 range per wine. So I hope you guys enjoy and have a good day. Thank you.
Hey, I just want to know, does Walmart have a oak leaf $2.97 Malbec?
Yes, but I can't. I won't contest to it.
Y'all ever do the Trader Joe's $3 Chuck? There you go.
Yes, tradable. I mean, you could get some great wines for $3.99. Don't let me get you wrong. I'm just a bit of a snobbish a little bit with wine, so I think they're great.
I'm just saying, you know, for our budgetnistas around here, we want a $3 and $4 wine, please. Thank you.
I think it's just like accessories, like you have glasses or Beth always wearing hats. I mean, you always, invest in what you love and what you want to do. And you have people who are really interested in wines and trying so many different ones. And yeah, you could get the range from under $5. Then you can get the range with $10 to $15. And then you can go all the way up to, a 200 bottle of wine just because you're just celebrating. What we celebrating? 420, right?
That's right.
And we're having that anniversary. So just keep in mind, enjoy a good gin and tonic and also enjoy a great Malbec.
All right. Well, thank you, Mary Lou. So for 420, we're going to turn up with some good gin and tonic and Malbec. Well, speaking of turn up, before we close out, so you're going to hear here first because they're actually going to be coming out on 420, but I'm giving you advance notice. So our BOGO is buy one, get one for a friend, right? So you can buy a membership and get one for a friend, or you can upgrade your membership and get one for a friend. You can buy your incubator space and get one for a friend. So that way you can take it with someone you know. And lastly, if you want to buy some cool merch and get one for a friend. But guess what? If you become a member, you get that merch on the house. Exactly. But really, no, all jokes aside, membership, buy one, get one for a friend, and our incubator, buy one, get one for a friend. This offer will only be good from 420 to 426. So 420 to 426, you heard it here first. When it hits the street or the digital highways on Tuesday, you would have already gotten a head start. So go ahead, if you go to our website and go to Cannabis University Incubator, you can go ahead and do your application now. So that way we can go ahead and get you in. And then for membership, you just go to membership and sign up for that membership. And we'll know that you registered within this period. And we'll get your, just send us a message on who you want to get their free membership. So that's our BOGO. Take advantage of it. It's only gonna last 6 days, but you that's here at this event gets the advance notice and get that early bird before everybody else does. So any questions, anything else we wanna discuss before we close out? Of course, please take our survey for our event because we wanna make sure that we are always improving and giving you the information that you need to help you grow yourself and your businesses. So please take our event survey as well. It's in the chat. Any questions, any thoughts, any closing comments?
I'm fangirling out over the whole Doug Fine thing. I just got to tell you, Doug Fine is my Jack Harrer, man. I've got 2 autographed books. I've read Hemp Bound at least 3 or 4 times. It's the next best thing to the big book. I mean, so I can't wait. I'm just so excited. That's who we're partnered with. You can't get better. I mean, he brought hemp back to DC where George Washington grew it. I don't know. I could just go on and on. So I just had to tell you, I'm so excited that Doug Fine is a part of this. Just one of my heroes.
No, well, thank you. We're excited and we're just happy that he agreed to partner with us. And we're just, and his books are going to be a part of our incubator on our reading list as well. So, you know, that's another thing. Anyways, but you'll see when you sign up. But Mary, did we have any other announcements?
Did you talk about the anniversary, right?
Oh, well, so we're doing a complete digital anniversary. We have our first edition of the Cannabisiac Connect magazine will be released next week. So you're gonna have some of your fan favorites in there. I won't say who, but so we're excited about that. Of course, you already heard about the BOGO next week. And we just have some other, there are members who we've asked to send in some special information. So they'll have their cameos next week as well and their spotlights. So we have a lot to look forward to for not just on the day of 4/10/20, which is when we're rolling everything out, but that entire week. So make sure you're following our social media. Make sure you join us on Mighty Networks. We're not doing a big event because there's just so many other competing things happening. So just look out for all of the content that we'll be rolling out on all of our social media in Mighty Networks, and check your email and your inboxes, because you'll be getting that special information there as well. So next week's a very special week for us. We could not be who we are without each of you and everyone who's just been a part of Cannabisiac for this first year. We're so excited. 1 year down as of Tuesday and so many more to go with each of you. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of you and you being a part of us. And we look forward to growing with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, have a wonderful evening, everyone. We try to keep it around an hour because we want to be mindful. So go have dinner or go back to work or whatever you're going to be doing, or just go enjoy a relaxing evening with that cocktail that Mary Lou, or however you enjoy your cannabis. So have a good evening, everyone.
Bye,
Everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Trying to save the chat.